Hi, so here we are at the Park Inn in Harlow, and we're at the culmination of stage 2. We've had an incredible learning experience here with J&Ron. Ron, what for you has been the most important thing that you've learned that's going to allow you to be a far superior coach than you could have done on your own?
I've learned to ask a lot more questions and start with an open mind, or blank canvas, as you would say.
And how do you look at what you've learned about the technical side of the golf swing and how valuable some of the insights have been this week?
Personally, I've seen big improvements in my own swing through looking at what's happening and why it's happening, and taking that on as a coach, starting with a blank canvas and understanding why things are happening. It's going to help.
So Ron, I mean, it's been quite an incredible improvement in your own game this week. What is it that we do so differently that you've failed to make these advances in the whole of your golfing life that you've now managed to do?
I think it's having the confidence to fail and to push, exaggerate boundaries that then...
Okay, so but what about how the philosophies and methodologies that you've been taught this week is so different from your previous lessons and the previous way you've learned?
I think that being encouraged to try and find solutions to problems myself has helped me to understand what's going on. I never really tried to think of answers myself. I always wanted to be guided to a position without knowing why.
Jay, you know, you've seen these improvement that Ron's made. You know, how do you see the fundamentally differences between what you've learnt about coaching up till now and what you've learnt since joining the World Golf Teaching Federation here in Great Britain?
I think it's important that we understand our clients are good enough to make their own changes and make their own swings. What we need to do is to bring that potential out from our client and making sure they understand why they're doing that themselves, rather than we tell them what to do.
Brilliant. So what's the most important thing that you've learnt this week here?
I think it is to let the potential out from the client, no expectation, or ask them to have no expectancy of the outcome, but to have an open mind of the process.
And both of you, what's been the most interesting thing that you've learnt this week?
We met Peter, and he's a great guy.
Thank you.
We learned a lot of things from Peter, from teaching techniques to swing thoughts, and also a lot of mind games as well.
Ron?
Most interesting thing would be just to find everything interesting.
Brilliant.
Open my mind.
Brilliant.
For that.
Okay, so now how do you see this developing from now? So, you know, we've spent some time in stage 1, we've now done this stage 2. How do you see the evolution continuing for yourselves?
I think it's a great experience. It's not only we learned a lot of things from the course we also made golfing buddies. So we're going to continue working together as a team, and we're going to learn from each other, and we're going to help each other through this journey.
So it's great that Ron and Jay are actually going to work together. They're going to buddy up. They're reasonably close, so that's fantastic. Ron, you know, how do you see this evolution for you?
Before the stage 2, I thought I was seeing a ladder that I could climb, but what I've realised is that there's no top step to it. So you constantly keep learning and you constantly keep climbing, and the minute that you see the last step, you're already being complacent. So just to keep learning and keep interested.
Fantastic. And look, Jay and Ron, it's been fantastic working with you this week, and I know that you're going to be there to support those people that are in stage 1, because I know that you've learned an awful lot about yourselves through stage 1 and what you could have done better, and I've learned an awful lot about what I can do to help you guys learn in stage 1. So I'm really grateful for that feedback, and I look forward to some lively responses from you on the blogs, on the YGA Facebook, and in any media that you can help those people that are considering to become a golf coach. So have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to hearing from you afterwards with your questions and your challenges.
Thank you.
Thank you. Get those questions in. We're here to help.